So children, now we move around from alcohols to another functional group and other functional groups. Now the remaining functional group from now onwards to next 2-3 videos, we will find out the functional group itself contains a carbon atom. Now this is a carboxyl radical. Carboxyl radical in short form can be written like this. This side attachment shows the attachment here, and this side attachment shows that the open end of oxygen part. So if to the oxygen part an alkyl group is attached, that means methyl, ethyl, propyl, etc., then it will result in an ester, that is another group of compound. And if to the oxygen part a hydrogen is attached, then it gives rise to the functional group called the carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. Now let us try to find out which should be the first member. What should you attach? Should you attach H here, or you should attach CH3? So as I said, if the functional group contains a carbon atom, then you should start from adding H and then the alkyl group. So I am writing the first member. So this is HCOOH. The first member is HCOOH, that is IUPAC name we should write first. So always I told you, write methane without E and add the name oic, add oic to it. So it is methanoic acid. Methanoic acid. The IUPAC name of it is methanoic acid. I should write it here. IUPAC name is methanoic acid. Meth word has come because of one carbon atom. You should learn this name for standard 10th CBSE, that it is also called formic acid. This name extra you should learn. Now the next attachment starts from methyl. So CH3 and then COOH, then C2H5, then COOH, then C3H7, then COOH. Now let us count the number of carbon atoms here are 2, number of carbon atoms 2. Therefore, this will be named as ethanoic acid. By chance, we also have another trivial name, that is acetic acid. Acetic acid. From here onwards, we don't have any extra name, or we should not remember. So 2 plus 1, 3. So it will be propanoic acid. The next one will be butanoic acid. So see how it is going. Now you should be clever enough to understand that somebody tells me to tell octanoic acid. Octanoic acid. Then what do we do? We will write down octanoic acid. So the acid will contain one carbon atom in the functional group. So we need 7 more. So C7H7, 2s are 14 plus 1, 15. So this will be octanoic acid. You should decode and code. Decode and code. If somebody tells you pentanoic acid, so what you do is pentanoic acid, the acid group first. So 1 carbon has gone, you need 5, so 4 more now, C4 and H11. Wait a second, C4 and H9. So this is what is pentanoic acid. So this is how we go naming the acid, the carboxylic acid. So remember, methanoic acid 1 carbon atom, ethanoic acid 2 carbon atoms, propanoic 2 plus 1. That means the carbon present in the functional group also has to be considered while naming organic compounds here. Now we come to this, but before that, can we put a general representation? You put H or R over here, isn't it? So the general representation will be either H or R attached to the acid part. So this is the general representation. If they will ask you general formula, CnH2n plus 1 COOH, but CnH2n plus 1 COH, But whenever the functional group contains a carbon atom, then this n is not a natural number, but the n will become a whole number. That's all. That means first one you will take n as 0, and then 1 and 2 and so. If you take n as 0, then it becomes HCOH. If you take n as 1, then it becomes CH3COH and so on. So this is the way, and we can also give another name, alkane. So alkanoic acid. The naming of ester group, now again we attach H over here and the simplest alkyl radical over here. What do we get? HCOOCH3. So always underline this and remember, always start naming from here. This is methyl. Now from which acid does it come? HCOO. Remember the acid. The acid is methanoic. So it will be methanoic. Remove ic and add 8. Methanoate. So methyl methanoate. Once more I am trying to explain. The next one will be CH3COO. Here you can put any attachment, C2H5. So this will be ethyl. Now this part you have to name. So 2 carbon atoms. So which acid it comes from? It comes from ethanoic acid. So ethanoate. For esters, it changes to ethanoate. Since you have another name for the acid which it is coming from, it is acetic acid. So remove ic from there. Acetic. So you remove ic and add 8. Acetate. Now we go to a larger molecule, C4H9COOC3H7. Now what does it become? So underline this. This is propyl, isn't it? This is propyl, and 4 plus 1 5. So pentanoate. So the naming over here you will remember a general naming. So this attachment is H-R. I am putting a dash because these two can differ, and the naming is alkyl alkanoate. Now this one has got another name. You can tell me methyl. Very good. This part comes from formic acid. So it is methyl formate. Remember, once again I am trying to describe in a larger way. Once more I am trying to describe one more organic compound. This will be C5H11COO C4H9. Now remember, first part is naming what? Naming the alkyl part. So this is butyl, 4 carbon, so butyl. This is 5 plus 1 6. So hexanoic acid, you remember, but write hexanoate. Did you all understand this? So this is what is our carboxylic group, naming the carboxyl hydrocarbon.